There are things I wish I knew about losing weight before I actually lost the weight, but I've already gone through it, so I'm gonna tell you so you don't have to go through what I went through. So let's talk about the things that you're not told when you lose weight while I make a salad for work. So first, you will not see yourself as yourself. And when I say that, I'm talking about you're going to see yourself bigger than what you actually are. For the longest time, I thought I was like 300 or 400 pounds, and I'm clearly nowhere near that. And it took me to leave social media for a while and also kind of just somewhat dissociate myself from the outside world to just see myself. And also just looking at old pictures of myself and looking at current pictures, and I'm just saying to myself, wow, this is what I actually look like. Do I actually really look like that? And then I look in the mirror and I'm like, wait, I actually do look like that. And for whatever reason, when we look in the mirror at ourselves, we see someone we're not, and we have like this vision in our head and what we were told our like whole life. This is how we're supposed to be. And I just want to say as well, if you have someone, and more than likely you do, whether subconsciously or consciously, having someone tell you that you should look a certain way, or just you have certain images that you think you're supposed to portray, like just do your best to just see yourself as you. Don't try to imagine yourself as somebody else. Just look at who you really are. Otherwise, you're going to have this inflated sense of self, and not in a positive way. And I only say this because it can truly eat you up inside, no pun intended. But that's just something to be careful for. I got distracted. I'm supposed to be cutting these cucumbers and I'm not. But number two, it is going to be a battle to maintain your body. It's not going to be easy to start. You're going to reach your goal or just get to somewhere where you're very comfortable, and you're going to have to fight for it every single day for the rest of your life. So that means eating healthy, working out, trying not to stress so much, maintaining a schedule or a routine. Like, it becomes your life, and it really is a very important part of your life. Otherwise, you can rebound. For myself, I'm going to do everything I can to not go back to being the 200 pounds, because that was a lot on my body. And I'm grateful to be where I am now because I just feel so healthy. I can move around. Like, I don't have to worry about being tired all the time and huffing and puffing and just having that yucky feeling, like feeling bloated all the time. I don't feel that anymore. But that's something I have to fight for every single day. Even on days when I don't feel good, I do what I can to move my body and work out, even if it's something like a simple walk, if it's just drinking water instead of drinking juice, whatever it is, anything, just one small thing to maintain. I can safely say that it's been 7 years since I've lost the weight, and it definitely has been an uphill battle, and just trying to maintain this on a daily basis. But something to look out for is when you're losing weight. So about 2/3 of people tend to regain most or all of their weight back within a 4 to 5 year period. So it's something to be very careful about. And again, no one ever tells you that, because there's been a lot of times where I was creeping back up on the scale. And even in my older videos, you saw where I said, here's how I'm gonna lose the weight, and whatever the case was, because I'm doing what I can not to gain that weight back, because I know how I felt. I know the health issues that were occurring. So it's just, you have to make sure that once you commit to this, that you commit to it for life. And if you do happen to gain the weight back, because you already lost the weight, you can definitely lose it again. And life happens. Don't be so hard on yourself. Which actually brings me to my next point. You are going to be so hard on yourself. You're going to be harder on yourself than you are going to be to anybody else. You may end up talking to yourself the way that you would never talk to your friend or family. And you just have to be careful of the words that you use to describe yourself, because it is hard. Trying to get to your body goals is not easy. When you're trying to get healthy, it is not easy at all, especially if you grew up where you were eating unhealthy foods and that's really all you ever knew. So your taste buds and your body, that's what it's attuned to. And it may not be attuned to working out so much. And it may take years even to have your body get used to this new thing. Like if you spent 20, 30, 40, 50 years eating junk food and not really exercising much, or not doing exercises that work properly for your body's just not going to snap overnight and just you're going to happen to just know what to eat, and your body's just going to accept that. In fact, your body may even reject it. But you have to just remember to speak positively and just know it's going to be hard sometimes. The other days you're going to look and you're going to be so proud of yourself. But I will say again, no matter what, try your best not to be hard on yourself. It is something that you just have to keep pushing towards. And if you have someone who can encourage you, definitely have that as well. Okay, so I'm just making a pretty basic salad. I have cucumbers, spring mix. I'm gonna put feta cheese on it and probably croutons as well. I thought I had other ingredients, but I do not. So we're just gonna wing it. I mean, work's gonna be over in 2 more days, so I'm not really worried about what I'm eating. But I know I've ate bad the last week or so. Like last week, for example, I literally had 3 all-you-can-eat buffets. And I definitely ate all I could eat. So it's time to reset my body. I will definitely say that. And it's actually been showing a little bit as well, because if I don't eat properly, sometimes I will actually get acne on my face. So my body's saying, okay, it's time to just go back to eating healthy again, or just eating a little bit better instead of buffets and things of that sort. But I don't regret it though, because it was really good. It was very yummy. I love buffets. I just want to get to my next and final point, which is you might become a little obsessive. And when I say a little, I mean a lot. Obsessive or obsessed with your body, for the good and for the bad. Let's start with the good. So once you get to where you want to be, you are going to think you are the sexiest person alive. You are going to say, who is that? You are going to look in the mirror a lot, and you're going to just think that everything looks amazing on you, which it does. And you're going to fall in love with yourself. And I will say that because every time I go to the bathroom, I'm looking at myself, I'm like, wow, I just look amazing. I look at my whole body, I'm just like, I worked so hard for this. And sometimes I'll just get up and go to the bathroom just to look at myself. I had no other reason than just to do that. I'll look in the mirror, I'll admire myself. I'll walk past windows, I'll admire myself. When people walk past me and they tell me, oh, you're so beautiful, I just love it. It makes me even more happy because it's this extra added bonus, and etc. etc. You start getting clothes that you want to wear, even though you really should start doing that even beforehand. But you feel even more confident in your clothes. Like you just feel like you're on top of the world, like genuinely. And I love that. Like it's a fantastic feeling. But also there is the part where you can become so obsessed in a negative way that you're scared to gain weight. Or if you're on the opposite spectrum, you're someone who like wanted to gain weight and you're trying to maintain that, and like you just wanted to like be thicker, but you're like scared to get smaller. You're going to obsess over that a little bit too much sometimes. You're going to say, oh my gosh, like am I losing too much? Am I gaining too much weight? Sometimes you're gonna wonder, is my body not good enough? And that can really be a pain point when you know you've worked so hard for something that you wanted for so long. And honestly, it's like the devil and the angel on your shoulders. One telling you, oh, you're not doing good enough, and the other telling you you're doing amazing and keep going and don't feel bad. Listen to that angel and not the devil, because he's going to eat you up every single time, which is again why I had to take time to separate myself, because I was hearing the devil a little too much. But I'm back, and all I can say is, when again, like I said, I see myself in the mirror and I'm like, who is she? So that is, I would say, like the positive and negative, but you are going to be obsessed, I would say, no matter what. And I can't say what the future holds, but I think that at some point I'm just not going to be so like obsessive over my body. I think I'm going to just get used to this new normal, but it does take time because I still have spent a majority of my life in a body that I couldn't accept and I didn't want to accept. I just want to add one last thing is be appreciative and always love your past self or the self that you couldn't fully accept, because for them is what made you who you are today and who will be your future you. And I thank my old self so much because that's the core part of me, and I am who I am today because of her. And you should never live in that regret of being that old person that you were. But anyway, these are just some things that I wish I knew about losing weight before I actually lost weight, because then I would have been more prepared. But now you know. And again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and see you later.